Come on, Phil, we're losing valuable time.
Hello
Hello.
and welcome to Merseybeat Gardening.
As opposed to anything else.
Yeah, in the shadow of John Lennon's oil skill, which is just over there. No shadow, it's a bit overcast today.
Yeah, people think the sun's out, but it's not really, is it?
Not here,
No, it's dripping off and everything.
but it's quite mild.
Put you off your dinner.
It's the 1st of May. And today we're going to talk about raised beds. Now, if you've followed our channel for a while, you know that we're pretty keen on raised beds, and we make our own raised beds out of recycled wood, mostly. You may have seen some of them that we've featured over the years, and they're very good as well.
But what's the thing about raised beds, Phil?
Well, they don't last forever.
They rot.
They do, and was actually standing on a raised bed now that's actually fallen apart. I'll just show you that now.
Did have the parsnips in it?
It's falling apart. Look at that.
It doesn't.
We've had
last.
it for years.
Yeah,
This raised bed. Yeah.
Well, we have had good wear out of it.
We have, but
Yeah.
it's not doing its job anymore, and it needs replacing. It's at the side of the greenhouse here, which gets a lot of sun, full sun, and this week we were contacted by VEGEGA,
As opposed to something else.
VEGEGA, and they offered us a brand new raised bed, and there it is. on
Yeah,
the
but what's the
side.
difference about this raised bed, Phil? Tell the people.
Well, it's metal.
What's it made up of?
It's corrugated metal.
Yeah, but what are the properties?
Well, I don't know, but you know, in 1938, Sir John Anderson introduced what is become known as the Anderson shelter, and it was made of corrugated iron, and they used to bury it in the garden. And you know, when there was an air raid on, you'd go into the air raid shelter, this Anderson shelter, in your back garden, and you'd be protected by an earth barrier against bombs and stuff like that. And they produced about 2 million of these right across the country, and some of them still exist today.
Oh, there are some, yeah. We had one in our garden
And they're 70 odd years old.
that had existed.
These
From
corrugated
the war?
iron contraptions are over 70 years old. This one is guaranteed for at least 20 years.
But what's it made up of, Phil?
It's like corrugated iron. It's like an Anderson shelter.
But what's the properties?
I don't know. Tell us.
Because
Kath.
that's going to form an important feature in the
Okay,
vlog.
Catherine will
if you
tell
give us
you
a minute.
now. Go. Go on. Tell us, Kath.
The properties are made up of aluminium, magnesium and zinc,
There you
and
go.
it's a mixed alloy. So you might be thinking, oh well, it's metal. It doesn't corrode, by the way, but you might think, well, are there anything that's going to leak into the soil over time? Well, there isn't, because any trace elements that come out of that are just nourishing to the soil.
There you go. Unlike the old Anderson shelters, which were made of tin and iron,
So that's the difference.
and
Yeah.
they used to rust.
Yeah.
But
like you've just said, they're guaranteed 20 years, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's a durable paint that's on the outside.
But 20
as
years,
well.
I probably won't be here in 20 years, Kath.
I think you will.
If I outlive this raised bed, then leave a message on this this historical document.
We'll
that
run
we're
a
producing
competition,
today.
see if he does.
No. So, yeah,
So another important thing about them, which I'd like to point out at the
Go on.
minute, because, you know, a lot of the stuff that features in the gardening world is made of wood. It's an eco choice, an eco-friendly choice to maybe start using some of these and maybe gradually, well, we feel, in our opinion, gradually introducing them as opposed to wood raised beds, because there's something like 15.3 billion trees get cut down every single year.
just for raised beds.
Well, no, part of that's logging, and a lot of that goes into making things like garden stuff and raised beds.
yeah, because some of these posh raised beds use hardwood,
oh,
you know.
yeah, they use hardwood. And,
I mean, and
yeah.
they're really expensive woods
Yeah.
to make them last, and they cost hundreds of pounds.
So in adopting the concept of these, which are environmentally friendly, good, no problems with the soil, great for growing in, last 20 plus years, if you know, that's the guarantee, then it's a real conscious choice to think, you know, do we want to keep chopping down trees? No.
There you go. Yes. So we're not going to patronise you with how to build a raised bed. I'm sure you know, if you're into gardening, you know how to build stuff, make stuff up and stuff. There's full instructions with the kit. But what we'll do is we'll unbox it, time lapse it. Any important points we'll stop it and talk about it, and then anything else we'll just time lapse the actual process of making it up. So
now they do different sizes in this, don't they, and different shapes and different things you can do with them and rearrange them and stuff.
Yeah.
So they come in like 4 sizes, don't they? As what is it, height wise is 8, 11, 17, which is ours.
Yeah.
And 32. Lengthwise they vary as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll do that now, and we'll get back to you. We'll tell you more about it as it goes on. That's how these things work.
How long do you reckon it'll take us to put it together?
Could take us all day, Kath.
Take about an hour, I think.
Then we have to bury it under a mound. Oh no, that's an Anderson shelter. Third World War. It could come in useful.
Yeah, could do.
See you in a minute. Okay, before I show you the box itself, this is a raised bed, metal. I'll show you this. This is last year we grew some parsnips in here, and Catherine's going to take them up now. They've sprouted, some have sprouted, so we didn't take them all up. But if we leave them in the second year, they'll just go to flower, and they'll be inedible. You can see how the edge of the bed has just gone here. So it's well in need of a revamp, and it's going to go up the side of the greenhouse here, which Catherine is modelling.
This is the greenhouse. No, I'm trying to dismantle the raised bed and keep out your way.
We've measured this area here.
8 foot by 7, is it?
Using that. 8 foot by 7. Yeah.
You want me to measure it? We've already measured it.
I think it is 8 foot by 7.
Let's do it for
So
the viewers.
the length of that greenhouse is 8 foot, isn't it?
Can you pull?
Yeah.
So what have we got?
7 foot will go to the end of the plot here, and we need a gap so we can get round to the back of the raised bed before the greenhouse there. So it will fit nicely here because that's exactly the size of this raised bed. Apparently, it's in a U. It comes in a U shape. Dream Garden Creator. It's got on here metal raised bed, and it's very heavy, and that's why we've got a hand cart
in the States, aren't they? The US still, and through the UK.
Partly so. I'll just talk about the back here. It says here, environmentally friendly material, high resistance, wear resistance, great for kids and seniors, strong heat dissipation, easy to assemble, lasts up to 20 years. There we go. And for this demonstration of actually making this happen, you will need a pair of scissors to open the box and the various packs that's inside, and you will also need a screwdriver. Apparently inside you do get a tool.
You get an Allen key, do you?
Yeah, but you need a screwdriver to stop the nuts from turning while you're tightening up the nut, the screws from turning while you're tightening up the nuts. But that will become apparent as we go on. So Catherine here now is going to just clear the area, and we'll start the time lapse.
Today, this is well rotted though, isn't it?
Yeah, but we've had good use out of it, haven't we, Kath?
We have, and it was only a shallow bed.
Yeah, it was.
So it wasn't a very deep one.
So this is quite deeper. A deeper one. This is an upgrade.
Can you pass the spade?
Yeah.
Just dig this out here.
Okay. There we go. Okay, I just thought you might like to have a look in. Well, I've just opened it up here. Instruction sheet, configuration, assembly guides, various things like that. manual, and it's nicely designed case. This is a off-white cream colour to it. These are strengthening rods apparently. Get some of them. There we go. Oh, you get gloves as well, look at that. Little gloves, and that's for the tops to stop you cutting yourself on the top of the things. There's corner bits in there. And what's this? Oh, nuts and screws and stuff in there. So I think there's a proper assembly manual somewhere in there, more than just a quick guide. These corner things, they go round the bend, and these straight edges go straight, obviously. Nice.
Looks pretty sturdy, doesn't it?
It does.
It's got some weight in it. Oh, what colour is that?
It's cream.
Oh, lovely.
Do you want to take it out? Like the corners?
Oh, that weighs it. No, I don't actually.
Okay. Okay.
Let's layer it here.
Lovely.
So,
See what I mean by the Anderson shelter? Yeah.
so this, how many
They're corrugated for a reason, by the way.
6.
Yeah.
6 of those.
And what about these? You taking them out?
They need to come as well. Oh no, they do weigh heavy.
Shall
So,
I take them out?
Yeah, let me hold and you.
Okay. What are you doing? You pulled my thumb.
Is that your thumb? Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
And there we have it. Actually, okay, the main thing to do is check that everything is here. And it looks like there's everything here, although there's no proper manual for this configuration to say that there is. Here we've got washers and screws, 96, 2 sets, and there's an Allen key there as well. So I'm going to try and assemble this thing. Where do we start? Gloves. The gloves are mainly so you don't cut yourself. And these things are to stop the thing bellowing out with the weight of the soil that you're going to fill it with.
So I need 2 of those. Yeah.
So the first stage is to take this plastic covering off, which protects it in transit from scratching the lovely painted surface.
How long does the paint last?
I don't know about the paint.
I imagine it's
I have seen things on YouTube where people actually get graffiti artists to colour them, put art on them.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Which is quite a nice idea. Okay, we've just taken plastic. The plastic covering.
Oh, is that biodegradable plastic, by the way?
I don't know.
Should be.
I don't know. It's a pointless waste of paper. It's a pointless waste of plastic, really, isn't it? But it's there to stop the lovely paint finish, which is out on the outside of these beds, from getting scratched in transit. Corrugated. It's corrugated for a reason. If this was a flat sheet of metal, it would just wobble like a wobble board. The corrugation gives it strength, and if it was good enough for the Anderson shelter in World War II, protect you from bombs, it's certainly good enough for planting vegetables in 2024 against Putin's rockets. Strong. So it's a good, strong, well made, nicely finished bed. Now all we have to do is assemble it, and what I've noticed is there's no instructions. This is a U-shaped bed apparently, but there's actually, the only thing I've got here is this assembly guide. There's actually no manual of how to assemble the U-shaped bed. It's got these configurations which are different, but they're not U-shaped, and apparently this is the U-shaped one, so it says. So we're just going to have to make it up as we go along, and what I'm going to do is myself and Catherine are going to have a go at doing this, and we're going to assemble these bits first. Now these are the corner bits which you can see going around in there. I presume there's how many corner bits are there? But I think you need to put 2 of them corner bits together to make a right angle.
6 of those.
Right, there's 6 of those. So if you put 2 of them together like that, you've got a right angle.
Get you right angle, yeah.
Okay, so we'll put them together first, and if you pass us the nuts, Circa.
Oh, container for your nuts, sure.
And a pair of scissors to open it.
Do you want to put them in here, maybe? Just leave them lay flat on the...
Leave a little box or something.
Right, well,
so
that'll stand, will it? Let's see what we've got.
We've got one of these for tightening your nuts. You always need something to tighten your nuts. Right, we've got a screw. And we've got a washer. And we've got a nut. So the idea is to line up these holes. Which, if I put that to camera there, you can see it better. So I'll line up them holes, put the screw on the outside, washer on the inside, and then the nuts.
The only thing we've got is the flat lid, which should hold them because it's got a ridge
on there, and tighten it up by hand, and then just use the Allen key to actually tighten it a bit further. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay, an hour and a half it's taken us.
Just over about an hour and 40.
As you can see, it's not a small raised bed, is it?
It's big.
It's massive.
Just finished now, didn't it?
I should have worn them gloves actually, because I've just been nettled. There's some nettles at the back there while putting the nuts in. We've only put them in like hand tight.
Twisted at the minute because we're going to move it.
Because we're going to move it into a better spot, and we're going to put this on, which is like it's like a rubberized
to protect the top
plastic, so that when you're gardening you don't cut yourself on the metal, which is very convenient often, isn't it? It's very nice of these people. Yeah, I think it's lovely. I think it's a nice colour. It's ideal for this spot, because this spot is, in the past, it's not been used to its full potential.
Yeah, it's not been utilised fully, has it?
So this will give us the option of putting in some different crops. If you've got any ideas of what we could plant in here, because we're not sure yet, then please leave a comment on this video. We're going to move it around.
We might do tomatoes.
Might do tomatoes. We've got loads of tomatoes.
Could do sweet corn in that as well, actually.
Yeah. Do you know what?
The cobs will still transfer.
VEGEGA. Is it VEGEGA?
VEGEGA.
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 I was having a look on the website, and they've got some great arched trellises that are actually attached to this. So you can do some vertical gardening. Yeah. And they were going to send us some out, but they were out of stock of these.
Oh, but maybe we can get it next time.
It'd be great to do another vlog of that, the vertical gardening thing, combined with this raised bed. As you can see, it's quite deep.
It is.
So it's going to take some filling, isn't it?
17 inches high, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the height of this one.
Yeah, it's going to take some filling. So we're going to use the old VEGEGA culture German method, where we bury logs at the bottom layer,
and then twigs,
build them up,
then chip in, and then
stuff off
cardboard,
the compost heap, and
brown papers, all that stuff, before we even start to put
on the last few layers. And we use the
so we're going to layer it up, because it's so deep.
Yeah.
You're going to need to just layer up your material. Yeah.
There are many benefits to raised bed gardening, not least that you can control the types of soil that you have, the nutrients and stuff like that. You can prevent the weeds coming in around the sides because it's so deep, so you don't get the grasses coming through. And also, you know, if you've got a concreted garden at home, perhaps where everything's in pots, this is a great way to place it directly onto a concrete paving area.
And maybe put a membrane down and then build up that way.
Build up, and then you've got like a little allotment.
But what about also for reduced mobility for people? I think it'd work well.
Well, this is particularly good for wheelchair access. You know, the idea of the U shape,
so they can come in to the centre and the both sides.
And you've got the garden completely around you. That's a great design. Idea,
yeah, it's a very good design.
Yeah. Also, you know, if you've got on an allotment that, I know some people in some parts of the country, you're on allotments that in the winter time flood.
Ah, yeah.
And the only way you can carry on winter gardening and do your winter brassicas and stuff like that is by having raised beds.
Yeah, there's a couple of people now, isn't it, that they have to use raised beds?
Absolutely. Because
otherwise they wouldn't be able to grow stuff.
There are allotments by the canals that do sometimes flood.
Flooding,
so it's ideal for that. These raised beds, these are very deep raised beds. They're not the deepest.
They're non-rust, so it'll combat.
These are the 17-inch raised beds that they do.
They go up to 32.
But they come right up here, which you know that you can just stand up and do your gardening, no back problems or anything. I think we're going to need one of them, Kath, in a few years' time. Never mind 20 years.
They've got some lovely circular ones as well. Some really nice ones.
They have actually.
So it's worth having a look on the website and having a
absolutely.
And the website is.
Well, I'm going to put the link into the video that you can click on the link. There's also a 10% off
discount,
and I'll put that link in there as well. And I think there's a discount code. I'll flash it up and we can put that in. And thanks to VEGEGA for actually sending this out to us, because it's great. It looks great.
It'll be very useful, very useful.
I've never seen these in the UK. These are quite new for the UK.
Well, the US, aren't they? Because in the US, they suffer a lot from termites.
That's right.
So the wood just powders away, doesn't it? So that's why they've got a big market in the US.
So I think they're just marketing these in the UK.
But again, like
I know
we
Kevin
said,
off Epic Gardening does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot.
I love his channel, and I love his.
And he
raised
shows
beds.
unique ways of how to fill them as well, doesn't he? Yeah.
So they are big in the States, and if you look on YouTube, you'll see a lot of US kind of contents for these raised beds. So there's not much UK content at the moment. So I'm glad they're actually marketing it here and bringing it across, because it's.
But again, like we said earlier, it's good. It's an eco option, isn't it? And it reduces cutting down of trees, which we all should be conscious of.
It is.
Seeing the way the planet is at the moment. And it's that conscious eco value it puts to your decision making when, rather than getting tons of people, because there are an allotment holders now who just do completely raised bed plots. Which,
absolutely.
Why would you need a huge raised bed plot when you've got the land directly? Unless you need the access physically to do that.
Exactly. And VEGEGA, if you are watching, by the way, VEGEGA, we've got a couple of raised beds that are falling apart a bit. So if you want to send us a few more of these, and we'll review them as well. Anything,
particularly a round one.
The round ones look great, and they would replace some of the ones
round
that
ones
are decaying. They do decay. The wooden ones do decay, and we've used recycled woods.
Because we'd only need the round
woods for
smaller ones to replace some of those, not the big ones that you can really get into. I mean, that's going to be enough, really. For us.
So
size.
We're going to do another vlog on this, to show you how to fill the thing, right? Okay, and plant it up. And if you've got some suggestions of what we can plant in there, then leave them suggestions. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're going to put the website up where they can click on the link to get to the website for VEGEGA. You're going to go to get the discount where they can get the 10% discount off all as well. And thanks again for giving us the opportunity to review it and assemble it, and then now, more importantly, to fill it and start using it. So thanks for watching. Click the notification button, the thumbs up, give us a thumbs up, comment, ring the bell icon,
subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Okay.
We'll see you on the follow-up video that we do on this,
of how to fill it. Will we fill it from the inside, do you think?
Who knows? See you later.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, if you've got this far through the video and you're still watching, then now's your chance to win your very own VEGEGA
Raised Bed.
Ooh. So they're giving away, what are they giving away, Kath?
They're giving away a 17-inch high round corrugated bed, and it's about 42 inches as a modulus.
So it's 17 inch, it's the same height as this,
but it's about 42 inches across. Is that right? And if you're living in the UK, it's worth over £100. Oh, it's actually worth 120.
It is, actually.
That's
good. That's not bad. But it's a worldwide competition. It doesn't matter where you live in the world, you can enter the competition and they will ship it out for you.
Directly.
It's just for you, our one viewer. So you can't fail, can you?
So is that one viewer living in every part of the world?
This one viewer will get one of these. That one viewer who's watching there will get one of those.
They must be living in a double universe.
Right. What's the competition rules then, Kath?
What are the competition rules, Phil?
Well, the competition starts from the day this video is published.
And it closes
on
the 29th of May.
29th of May
this year.
2023.
Yeah.
Right?
This year.
And what do they have to do to win, Kath?
Right. Well, if you've been watching our videos, and you can also go online at www.vegega.com. And the two questions we have for you are, how long are VEGEGA raised beds guaranteed to last? And the second question is,
what are these things made of? Now you can find out the answer to both of those questions at VEGEGA.com.
Yeah.
And we've also
mentioned,
mentioned it Have we really mentioned it though? We may have
We
mentioned
may
it, or
have.
you'll have to
Yeah.
you'll have to watch the video
go,
again.
Yeah, go to the website of VEGEGA and watch our video again, and you'll find the two
Yeah.
answers.
So
Easy peasy.
I may have edited it out,
Oh, you might have done.
so you don't know.
Yeah. So they'll have to go on the website.
Anyway, so they're the two questions that we want you to answer. Leave them in the description underneath the video, right? Get your entry in before the
29th of May.
29th of
No,
May.
the 29th of May is the close date, so will we still be accepting entries on that date?
Yeah, we will be accepting entries on that date.
A point
And
midday,
if
or
we will pick the winner at random, so it will be a fair
a
choice.
fair choice.
As long
yeah.
with the correct answers.
Yeah.
What we'd also ask you to do is to subscribe to our YouTube channel here and click the bell notifications. And if you, we would also wish you to follow VEGEGA on Instagram as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's all
if-
you have to do.
Go to the website, VEGEGA.com, VEGE,
Yeah.
VEGEGA, because it's VEGEGA.
That's right. Well, I'll put it up on the screen.
You'll have it up on the screen.
So I'll put the questions up on the screen as well, and good luck with that one. I'm sure you'll do very good on it, and
it'd be a fabulous prize.
it's a fabulous prize.
Absolutely,
It's worth over. Well, it's around about 120
in the UK. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they retail at.
So it's a good prize. So good luck, and yeah, we look forward
So
to
yeah,
seeing
good
you.
luck everybody.
Yeah.
And only one entry
Yeah,
per person.
yeah. You can also tell us what you'd like us to plant in it as well.
That's as an
If
add-on.
you're feeling a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not part of the competition,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. But if you want to make any suggestions what you would like to see planted in there, then we could give it our overwhelming consideration.
Yep. And we'll let you know after the 29th if you're a winner or not.
Yeah.
won't
Yeah.
we?
Once the competition closes, then it'll be not
That's it.
too long after that.
Okay, thanks for watching, and
Auf Wiedersehen.
we'll see you in the next video.
Bye bye.
Bye.